everybody? How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday, everybody. Tomorrow is going to be Monday. It's Donald J. Trump's birthday today. Happy birthday, Donald J. Trump. Am I right, guys? Let's wait for some people to join in. I'm going to go ahead and share this video out with a few people. So we're going to have our lovely slow introduction as usual. We might have a great debate happening, possibly a biological woman debating the transgender woman again. Possibly. I'm curious, how does it sound? Does it sound better? But again, possibly. You know what? It actually does sound a bit better. What's up, Billy Bob? Long time no see, brother. How you doing? Happy Trump's birthday, am I right? Chat. We'll stream from now to the rest of the night pretty much because it is Donald J. Trump's birthday. Can we get some likes coming in, guys? We got 4 people in here already. Let's see. We are still having these debates. What's up, Scotty? How you doing, brother? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody out there. I like what you put in the I think it was in the advice chat. Yeah, the advice chat. That was some good advice in there. But it is Trump's birthday today. So are we having the UFC parade on the White House lawn or not? What's going on here? Does anybody know? I'm not really keeping up to date with what's going on so far today. But I'll take a look in a second and see if there's any news I can pull up on my computer screen here. But as far as the debate, it looks like those people aren't calling in. So if there's anyone else that might want to participate in a conversation or a debate today, definitely just message me and let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick look here. I want to see what's on ground news. What's on ground news today? There's probably gonna be something about deadly Philippine earthquake. That's crazy. Trump warns Israel and Iran not to blow it after new strike threatens. Let's see what else we got. What other news do we have? Let's see what we can find. They took out the leader of Tren de Agua. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, it looks like the UFC fight on the White House lawn will still be going through. So I don't know if that's today or when that exactly is. So yeah, Trump. It turns out Trump did do another attack yesterday on someone. Was it in Venezuela? Yeah, it was in Venezuela. Trump did another attack and he took out a leader of Tren de Agua, the gang in Venezuela, last night. Apparently. Well, we got 32 people in here. Drop some comments down below. Let me know where everyone's coming from. Let me know where everyone's coming from. So does that mean we have to react to tonight to the UFC Freedom? Is it going to be on television? Is it pay? Is it pay per view or what? Is it pay per view or what? Canada's in a recession. I'll send my prayers for you, Jake. Well, we got 40. If we have 41 people in here, that means we should have 41 likes, right, chat? So why come in and watch and enjoy the entertainment if you ain't even gonna leave a like and at least subscribe? Listen, I'm praying for Canada. Y'all are in a recession. Donald J. Trump sent Canada into a recession because y'all didn't want to work with America. So now y'all got to suffer the consequences of mass illegal alien immigration and not cooperating with the United States of America. And also probably just poor Canadian policy overall. Happy birthday to Donald J. Trump. I know our leaders dropped the ball so bad here, dude. We're not all with them. I'm a huge supporter of Trump. James Fishback is okay. I wouldn't be mad if he won, but I'm not a fan of Nick Fuentes, and I'm not a fan of his anti-Israeli takes either. I mean, that's why most people would vote for Fishback because of his policy on Israel. I hope Kamala runs in 2028. That way we can have an easy landslide victory. Easy landslide victory. I'm not going to prank call Travis Scott. Oh, we got a lot of people leaving threats to Donald J. Trump this day. A lot of y'all are leaving threats for Donald J. Trump. Y'all want to get investigated by the FBI? Oh, all of y'all are going to prison. You're going to prison. If you have a question for me, drop some super chats, guys. Drop some super chats. Wow, we have a lot of demon rats in here. Instead of making death threats to the President of the United States, how about you join my Discord and we debate? Or are you too soft for that? Oh, I'm going to prove you wrong and you're too soft for that? You're too weak and soft to debate? Yeah, I figured so. That's how a lot of Democrats are. Why do you support George Floyd when he pointed a pistol at a pregnant woman? Why did you support George Floyd? Don't ask me why I support Trump with his fake felonies if you ain't going to answer my question on why you want to support George Floyd when he pointed a pistol at a pregnant woman. Don't tell me about January 6th if you thought the George Floyd riots and the ICE riots were peaceful. Don't tell me about January 6th if you thought those were peaceful. Period. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. If you thought those are peaceful, don't all Democrats support George Floyd. Wait, who are we kidding right now? If you didn't vote for Donald J. Trump, you probably support George Floyd. There's a high likelihood of that being true. So let's not beat around the bush of you George Floyd supporting anti Charlie Kirk people out there. Let's not forget that, y'all. Nah, George Floyd died of an overdose. Charlie Kirk, now he was murdered by a group of Democrats. Well, by one specific Democrat that also had a transgender crush. But let's get the likes way, way up. George Floyd was a criminal. It's a fact. There is no mocking occurring. There's nothing going on. This is not a celebration. This is not a mocking. I'm just pointing out the fact that George Floyd was a criminal. And I'm just pointing out the history and the facts here. But get the likes way, way up. No, Israel had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. Don't give me that bullshit. Turn off that Candace Owens horse shit off your television. Democrat men are beta. I agree with that comment. I 100% agree with that comment. Democrat men are beta. But you know what's even more beta than being a Democrat? Being a Democrat socialist. Being a Democrat socialist. F Candace, I'm with that one. But as far as Tucker, he still seems like a good guy, but his opinions are dog shit. Sorry, Tucker. Am I a follower of Christ? Absolutely. I am Christian. What's wrong with socialists? They're lazy losers. That's what's wrong with them. Why does a socialist believe he has a right to take another man's money just because he's doing better than him? Can you please explain that to me? Can you please explain to me why socialists believe that they have a right to another man's money all because that other man works harder than them? Please tell me why. I'm begging you. Please tell me why. Why do you think that's the case? Can someone put the link for the Discord in the chat so they can join? Because for whatever reason, I can't put the link. For the greater good? No, I ain't giving you money because you're lazy. No, fuck you. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. You ain't taking my money by force. Now, I might donate to you if I like you, or if, I feel like you need some help, but I ain't gonna just donate. I ain't just gonna have my money stolen to give to you. Fuck that. Israel's a great ally, but America first. We love Israel, but America first. It's honestly Catholics versus the entire country because now that the Catholic Church is liberalized, they're trying to use their massive Catholic, people to paint a narrative. No, Norway is not better than my country. People in the United States are wealthier and they build wealth quicker. And anyone can get rich in America. Not anyone can get rich in Norway. You're just mad that you're in no, Norway is not better. You do not have as much money as the average American citizen does. You don't have money like that in Norway. Simple as that. Y'all, food's more expensive, your taxes are higher, and your salaries are lower. So no, y'all taking less money home. Have I been to Norway? No, it's not really a particular place I would ever really want to go to. I don't really like going to cold countries too much. I've been to over 20 countries. Trump is not a racist. He's not a rapist. You can keep calling all these little names if you want. It's because you can't debate about policy. That's why you can't debate about any of the mass deportations or any of the great policies Donald Trump does. Denmark, also a shithole. Fuck Denmark. Why would I live in Denmark when I could just live in Amsterdam and it looks exactly the fucking same? Except it's way better. Why would I even visit fucking Denmark when literally Amsterdam looks way fucking better? I've been to Amsterdam several times. Denmark looks like a bootleg fucking version. Let's get those likes way up. Can we get to 100 likes for Donald J. Trump's 80th birthday? Amsterdam does look better, I ain't gonna lie. What looks like a cooler place to hang out? Amsterdam or Denmark? They look exactly the fucking same. I only have so many years on this fucking planet. Why the fuck would I visit two exact countries that look exactly the same? Makes no fucking sense to me. Amsterdam is in the Netherlands. Okay, we'll compare Netherlands to Denmark. Netherlands to Denmark if you want. Does that make you feel better? Come on, y'all love President Trump. He's lowered the gas prices, he's lowered the grocery prices, he's lowered our electric prices, he's raised our stock prices. He's made hundreds of thousands of Americans turn from nothing into millionaires. And y'all hating on that. Y'all hating on that. Y'all fucking hating on that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Trump's tax cuts helped me out a fuck ton. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, so I don't have to pay the socialist more of my money. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, President Trump. TDS is a mental illness. What is socialism to you? Well, socialism to me is oppression. Socialism is oppression. That's what socialism is. It's stealing, it's theft and oppression. That's all it is. The stock market has had a recent dip in the last 2 days, but we're at almost all-time highs. Even with the stock market going down a few percentage, that just means we got another good opportunity right now coming up, right? Isn't that what that means? If the stock market is up, that means it's a good time to buy. If the stock market is, if the stock market is down, that means it's a good time to buy. If the stock market is up, that means it ain't a good time to buy, right? I mean, the best time to buy is when it's down, right? It's pretty damn good. I mean, we're up. I think we're up around. I mean, I can tell. I can pull it up right now and give you a look at what we're at. Let's take a look. Let's ask here. Let's take a look at how much it's gone up. If you guys want to go into it. Let's see. Let's take a look. What's up, everybody? Let's get the likes way up there. Okay, the stock market has risen about 25%. Oh, wait, no, sorry. 28%. The stock market has risen 28% since Donald J. Trump has become president. 28%. That is a lot. For a little bit over a year, that's a lot. That is absolutely a lot. So yeah, the stock market has gone up literally almost 30 fucking percent since Donald J. Trump got into office. 28.7%. The S&P 500 index has gone up. Man, that is spectacular. That is absolutely spectacular. Yeah, I know. I've been in You don't have to tell me about the stock market. I've been investing it for longer than most of you have been an adult. I've been investing in it since longer than most of y'all have been an adult. Longer than most of y'all have been able to vote. I've been investing in it before longer than I've been able to vote. Before I was 18. So, yeah, I think I know about it. I don't need to hear about the stock market from some fucking broke fuck that's 18 years old in some random fucking country. You don't need to give me sass about the stock market like you work at fucking Wall Street. The entitlement of the what did Trump call them? The Democrats is crazy. The Democrats is crazy. The Democrats think they're smarter than everybody. That is fucking insane. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't have shit. I ain't trying to hear y'all financial advice. Talking about the stock market like you know a shit about it. Bruh, I am a lesbian. It's Pride Month. I'm a lesbian trapped inside of a man's body that's really a man. You never see Republicans do this in Democrats' chats. I love that comment. You never see Republicans do that in Democrats' chats. I agree with you 100%. All I'm telling you is the stock market is up 28%. Don't come here and cry to me and say, "Oh my god, I'm poor. I didn't invest." I don't care. And don't try coming correcting me about anything about the stock market either because you never even purchased $1 stock in your fucking life. Never. Never even purchased $1 stock. Talking about about Trump's stock market. The stock market has gone up 30 motherfucking percent since Donald J. Trump has been in office. And y'all ain't make a single damn dollar. Just throw your phone into the ocean, take your cell phone, smash that shit against the wall because you're wasting your fucking time and your efforts. Which index rose 28%? That's a great question. I'm talking about the S&P 500. The 500 biggest companies in this country. Their stocks rose almost by 30 fucking percent since Trump has gotten to office. Almost 30%. It does not make you rich. Never once did I said it makes you rich. Having millions of dollars makes you rich. Owning a $5 stock does not make you rich. Most of the average Americans have 401ks. But if you have a 401k, you should also have an investment portfolio that you can invest directly into whatever you want. Only the smart make money. The stupid and the lazy never make money. You don't even have to be smart to make money. All you have to do is take action. Over 40% of Americans have no stocks. Okay, that's what I said. The majority of Americans have stocks. If 40% of Americans don't have stocks, that means 60% of Americans do have stocks. That's called the majority. Are you guys dumb? Are you genuinely stupid? When someone says it's the majority, that means it's over 50%. These Democrat comments are below IQ. These people just can't even have a conversation. They're too dumb. Can someone put the Discord link in chat? Anybody? Can anybody put the Discord link in chat? Hey, weirdos, which file proves Trump did anything? That's what I'm saying. Hey, weirdos, which Epstein files proves Trump did anything? You are doing decent. Trump's not hurting the economy. And tuna can be expensive. It depends what kind of tuna you're buying. If you're buying yellowfin tuna, then yeah, that can be expensive. Fresh caught, all natural, wild caught, fresh fin tuna, yeah, tuna can. It depends what kind of tuna you're buying. It can be cheap if it's canned tuna that's shitty quality, or it can be expensive. So saying it costs $40, okay, what do you want me to say? Buy the cheap $2 canned tuna then. Anyone who thinks life is good right now is delusional. Why do you think anyone who is the president of the United States that they're gonna live godless? Did you ever think about that? But get the likes way up. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. He may not be hurting the economy, but he's hurting people in the environment. I don't care about illegal alien criminals. If illegal alien criminal bastards get hurt, that's unfortunate that happened. It's unfortunate, but they shouldn't have been doing crime. It's their fault. It is their fault. If you get hurt doing crime, it's your fault. It is your fault. If you break into this country illegally, jump over that border, taking welfare, start taking all this free shit. Your kids start going to public school. You have two kids in public school, costing us what, $36,000 a year for two kids in the public school system, and then your kids are getting food stamps because you make below the poverty line. No, we're not going to have any more illegal alien immigrant criminal bastards in this country. We're not going to feel bad for them at all. Why would we feel bad for them? It just makes no sense. If you commit a crime and something bad happens to you, whose fault is that? Especially if you're breaking, whatever. Happy Veterans Month, everybody. I love you all. Shout out to all the patriots. Shout out to all the veterans. I love y'all. Happy Veterans Month, man. Happy Veterans Month. Man, millionaires and billionaires pay their fair share. I know for a fact that Elon Musk pays his fair share of taxes. He's paid his fair share of taxes. He doesn't owe y'all any money because he's a trillionaire now. He's Elon fucking Musk. If you want to be a trillionaire, then you go make $1 trillion. But Elon Musk does not owe you a damn thing. He doesn't owe you any tax money. He doesn't owe the government any more than he already owes them. So no, you ain't gonna raise Elon Musk's taxes. Not gonna happen. Billionaires and millionaires pay the majority of the taxes in this country, and they earned that money. And no employees are getting exploited. You can't get exploited if you're literally willingly choosing to work a job. If someone says, come do this task and work at a warehouse and we'll give you $36,000 a year, and you do it, how is that exploitation? You're the one that accepted the offer. You're the one that accepted the offer. Happy Veterans Month, though. And if anyone wants to call in and have a debate, y'all can drop $100 super chat. Y'all can drop $100 super chat. This ain't fucking Pride Month. This is Veterans Month. Veterans Month. All the veterans of this nation are valid. Y'all are legitimate. Don't let these LGBTQ folks tell you veterans this ain't your month. Happy Veterans Month, guys. Happy Veterans Month. We have Veterans Month more than once one month a year. You think we're gonna give our veterans only one time a month? They would never. I mean, only one month? No. They would never debate because they can't. Yeah, no, they can't. Democrats can't debate. Happy Veterans Month, y'all. I don't care if we have 2 Veterans Months. This is literally the 3rd Veterans Month. This is the 3rd Veterans Month. And this is Men's Mental Health Month. Veterans Month is November? No, Veterans Month is now. Veterans don't want November. November is cold. Y'all, the gays can have November. The gays can have November. But June is going to go to the veterans. We got to do a switcheroo. If y'all want to have your gay stuff, it has to be in November. Because veterans deserve to be near the month of July and June. Let's get the likes way, way up there. Oh, you did listen to Garfield. When Garfield told you that there's no trans woman in real women's sports, you listened. You sat down. You ain't gonna join any real women's sports. So you sat down and did what Donald J. Trump said. You didn't go into any actual women's sports. So if you're a transgender woman, prove it. Try to go into a woman's sports. If you're a real woman, try to go into the woman's sports and see what happens. Y'all want to see if that can happen? My chat isn't running me. I'm just sharing some good comments and laughs back and forth with some friends. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I see you. I see you. Let's see if Christina answers. It's Trump's birthday. It is Donald J. Trump's birthday. Let's see if the guest wants to answer the call. Oh, I love imperialism, but as far as fascism, I don't think Trump is a fascist. I ain't rage baiting. Y'all just getting emotional. Calm down. No one's rage baiting. Can anyone come to drop some links? Can any of the moderators? Dirty Money, can you drop the Discord link, please, my friend? Can you drop the Discord link? Okay, a couple more minutes, y'all. We're gonna have some people join in the debate. Literally, none of the other moderators are coming in to drop the link. Y'all love to debate, other than the scared ass Democrats that are scared to debate. I have a ton of mods. I just don't know where they're at. Maybe we need to add a few more mods. I'm gonna say we need mods. Let's see if we can get anybody. Join stream. MAGA is fantastic. As soon as we get one of the moderators to come in here, as soon as we get a few more of the moderators to join in. No, communism was not great for us. I've been all over Eastern Europe. Hardly anyone even agrees to that. We're gonna have the UFC people come on. You can't be a mod unless you're in the Discord. We got a transgender. Do you want to come on and debate? It's Donald J. Trump's birthday. Hey, 55, could you do me a favor and send them a link to the Discord? I'm trying to do it on my laptop here, but it's not working. Could you go ahead and send them some kind of link to the Discord? Listen, we got a bunch of trans in here. If you are trans and you think you can go into a real woman's bathroom, I'm begging, please let's debate. Please. Only mods can send links. You can't send it for some reason. That is fucked up. What is going on out here? What is going on out here? Economy was not growing under communism. Let's see. Blocked words, live. We got no live chat moderation. Let's see. Yeah, we got none of that stuff, guys. Send the link, coward. Disingenuous. I'm just trying to hear your perspective. You don't know me. You don't know me. What's disingenuous about trying to get to know your story on why you think you can go into a woman's bathroom? Why would you want to debate me? To give trans people a platform on a relatively conservative stream. That's why. Oh, so you have seen me before. So you are part of the transgender delusional group. I don't think the link in my main page works, to be honest with you. Literally, whenever I send it, it just doesn't even show up. But I guess we'll try to update the link right now. Or here, we'll go to post and we'll post the link under posts. Happy birthday, Trump #1. That's awesome. That is fantastic. That's crazy that YouTube would be blocking the Discord link. Can someone else try to see if it works? Can you try for me, Scott, real quick? Define transgender. I really can't define it for you because they're not real women and they're not real men. So I really can't define it for you because it doesn't really exist. You can define it by whatever you want. That's because it's not real. There is no real definition. Yes, happy birthday to Donald Trump. No, you're a real person. You're a real person, but where the hell is you're a real person, but you're not categorized as anything? What makes someone There's nothing that makes someone trans. Anyone can be trans. Right now that I'm trans. Hey guys, I'm trans now. I'm a woman. Oh, I'm a man again. See, I'm trans. See, it's that easy. There's nothing that actually shows that someone is trans or not, other than just saying that they're trans. Even gay people, we can actually tell you're gay because you're showing physical affection to other men. You can't even say that about trans. There's no physical thing that you can point to and say that makes that person trans. There is nothing. I'm telling you, there is nothing. I had to grab my charger. There is nothing though. I'm nowhere near the age of 30. Who is dying? We already talked about the Iran war. What else do you want me to say about the Iran war? Yeah, you're just deciding you want to be something else. That's all it is. But we'll get you back on here. 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 If y'all like and subscribe and wait until my next post, I'll post the Discord link. But subscribe and
What's that?
how
Putting some on and ready to go to the ER.
Oh, you're going to the emergency room?
Blood levels check, so I don't have to go to the ER sometime throughout the week.
Oh, I hope you feel better. I'm not trying to put any more strain on what you already got going on. So if I'm bothering you, Um, I don't want to bother you, basically. No, it sounds like you love it. Anyway, back to the thing that I was saying on stream. Yeah, there's no identifiers to tell if someone is trans or not. There's no physical attributions. If I decide I'm gonna be trans right now, if you believed me, I could be trans. I could be a part of your community.
With you about brainwave studies and
That you never sent not a single trans person has ever sent me any of the articles about a trans woman's brainwaves being the same as an actual woman.
articles, but I've sent you names of doctors.
You've never sent you have this in sources. You never showed once. I've never, ever seen any sources showing trans women have the brain of the women.
I mean, at the same time, you're still able to research after I gave you enough.
I have researched, and what the research concludes to is that that doesn't exist. You can't change the way someone's brain works. You can't change. Well, that's what I'm saying. There is no doctor studies about this. You can't change the way your brain works. It's impossible. You can't.
That's the point. You can't change it. Doctors have already validated that. They've also validated that there's people who are a physical male that has brainwaves of a female.
No, that does not exist. That does not exist.
It does. There's research on it. There's
A trans person. There might be some genetic mutation, but a trans person, a trans woman having the same brainwaves as a woman, no.
Graham, I've told you the name of the doctor who wrote the article. I didn't share the article with you. No, I did not. But I gave you the name.
Here's from the official. Here's the official neuroscience source for you. The National Institute of Health. This is a government source. This is directly from the United States of America's government. Scientific American. That's another research. We got Science Daily. We got the National Institutes of Health, which is the government. We got a Scientific American, and we got Scientific Daily. And it says neuroscience research does not suggest that trans women possess female brains in a binary sense. But it says their activity patterns in the transgender individuals lean closer to their assigned sex at birth.
No.
Yes. That's literally what it says.
There is a doctor. I believe.
I don't care about one doctor. This is from the federal government. This is what the doctors that work with our government and this is
taking hydroxychloroquine defeats coronavirus. I mean,
but this was already talked about and proven 6 years ago. We're not going to get into this chloroquine thing, okay? There is no difference. There is no difference in a trans woman's brainwaves and a man's brainwaves. They're exactly the same.
Graham, I've studied this, and trust me, there's articles on it.
I'm sure there is articles about it, but it's not accepted in the neuroscience community.
It is.
No, it's not. The federal government says that is not true.
I'm just trying to read back to what the name of the doctor was that wrote the article. And
Truth is scary. I understand. The truth is scary.
but no, I read.
No, the truth is scary.
You read what you want to read, and then you stop there. You refuse to.
I read the whole. You want me to pull up the whole article? Okay, we're loading up the whole article.
Because the article that you're referring to studied specific areas of the brain, whereas the article I read reached different areas of the brain. Like it's
no, mine does the whole brain comparison.
You understand how difficult
I
it is,
am. I
right?
am looking at this the scanning of the. It might be a what?
No, I was still trying to look for that article. I'm not typing in the right words, apparently. I don't know. I don't know what the last article.
We're back. We're back.
Meditation. Uh,
This is a debate against the trans person. You have to join the Discord, but we can't see the Discord.
and the orthopedical archival and yeah, so it would help if I knew that doctor's name.
So the doctor doesn't exist. That's why you're struggling to find it. There is no doctor that says, I sent you your own article.
On
I would encourage you to take a look at this.
literally MAGA idealists that's writing those articles.
This is not a MAGA idealist. This is a scientist. Your scientists are transgender idealists. Your scientists are transgender idealists. I was muted the entire fucking time. Your transgender scientists are transgenderists. They're trying to fit into the transgender agenda.
They study it as you should.
Yeah, so do these MAGA doctors. They're not even MAGA doctors. Get the fuck out of here with the MAGA doctor shit.
Okay, I don't know where you're coming up with MAGA doctors.
You just said MAGA doctors.
All these people writing the articles that you're trying to read off are most likely MAGA influenced individuals with no doctorate.
MAGA influenced individuals? Your individuals are transgender loving individuals, transsexuals. They just love banging each other in the arse. They love it.
The person in charge of health, is he currently a doctor?
Was the last person of health a doctor? Was Obama's Secretary of Health a doctor? Was Joe Biden's Secretary of Health a doctor?
Donald's not president right now. Biden's not.
None of them in the last 25 years were ever doctors. It's not called the doctor of the United States, is it? None of them have been doctors for over 50, maybe 60 years. So what are you even talking about? You don't even understand the position. Go ahead.
You don't respect doctors to begin with.
What?
You don't respect doctors to begin with.
Well, that's funny because there's about 4 people in my family that are doctors. So how would you know what I respect and don't respect?
That tells you something you don't want to hear, then you don't want to.
They don't tell me any bullshit transgender science that's fake. That's why. Oh, that's the wrong article, y'all. Now I can send y'all the article to the Discord if y'all. Huh?
A large portion of the medical community disagrees with what you say.
Well, the medical community told me directly in the state of Florida, if they do that surgery to you, they do not call it a vagina. They're not allowed to because it is not a vagina. It's a neo-vagina. Or they call it an invert. They call it an invert. There's only 2 things they call it in the state of Florida. They call it an invert or they call it a neo-vagina if they're really liberal. Are you dating your first cousin?
No, it's illegal where I live to date my first cousin, but in Florida it's perfectly legal.
Hey, where you live, it is legal. It is legal. Are you going into women's restrooms? Are you going to women's restrooms? Because for trans, apparently it's legal in your state to go into women's restrooms. Are you harassing women? Are you assaulting them?
I think you're drinking too much assumption juice.
No, I'm asking you. You asked me if I'm married to my cousin. I'm gonna ask you. Are you abusing women in the women's bathroom? Are you abusing women in the transgenders? Are you abusing the women?
You're telling me that in the state of Florida they can make it legal to turn around and marry your first cousin and then trust.
They didn't make it legal. They didn't make it legal. They didn't. Jesus, are you gonna let me talk? This is the dumbest fucking comment I think I've ever heard from you before. They didn't legalize it. They just never made a law to criminalize it. That's that. They didn't legalize. What the fuck are you talking about? They passed a law to legalize child marriage. No, they didn't. Bullshit. 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 What are you talking about? Bunch of bullshit. In your state, you can date children. What's your point? Are you dating a 12-year-old? In Indiana, you can marry a 12-year-old. Are you marrying a 12-year-old in your state?
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, it is. There is no federal law against child marriage in the United States of America. I mean, Google that right now for yourself. There is no child marriage laws on a federal level. There are child marriage laws on a state level, but not on a federal level.
I mean, there's no federal ban, yeah, but
Exactly. So are you marrying a 12-year-old? And are you going
33 states allow minors to marry under certain circumstances. I don't think 12.
Well, you'll say you're trans. You're gonna say that you identify as a young girl. You identify as a 12-year-old girl, don't you? I hope not.
This is weird. I don't know.
Don't you have a 12-year-old daughter? I hope you don't support anything with 12-year-olds.
I support my daughter. I don't support Florida marrying their first cousins.
Well, I don't support Indiana marrying 12-year-olds. But you don't see me talking about it every 2 seconds.
You make it sound like it's a good thing that's possible.
You make it sound like it's a good thing that men can go into women's bathrooms.
Men.
They are men. They were born with a penis. They are men.
You can say that all what a doctor and judges say.
Well, if he went to a judge and he was going to prison, he would go to a men's prison. A transgender woman would be sentenced to a men's prison. So a judge recognizes a transgender as a man. A transgender woman as a man.
Most cases, they're put in a separate ideal area.
There's no ideal areas. There's only the men's prison and there's the woman's prison. Where are you gonna go? PC? You're gonna go to protective control? Where are you gonna go? PC?
Graham, I think we've had this conversation before.
Protective custody?
I would not be allowed in a men's restroom or in a men's prison at all.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. If you went to federal prison, you would have no choice. They would ID. They would say they wouldn't even look at your sex on your ID. They would look at your men's prison. It's over.
No, that's not how it works.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Trump passed a federal law. Every transgender person, even if they cut off their penis, has to go to the prison of their gender, of their sex, whatever you want to call it, their natural born sex.
Maybe on a federal level, but
yes, on a federal level. And on a state level, they're going to send you to the men's prison too. Because that's a federal law. It applies for all jails, all prisons, everything.
Placement varies entirely by state.
There is no prison unit for trans and homosexuals. If you think I'm bigoted, you transgender folk in the comment section, join the Discord and let's have a conversation over, text. We can have a private conversation.
Will often be assigned to a specialized protective custody or administrative segregation unit.
So you're going to go to protective custody. That's what I said.
Separated from both men and women.
Yeah, because you're going to be in protective custody. That means you're going to be in a cell for 23 hours of the day. You're not going to have anyone else to talk to. You're just in a protective custody. That means you're too scared to get beat up. That's where anyone can go there. It's not just for trans people. It's for anybody. Anyone that's scared of getting hurt.
I'll also state that although it's not a guarantee that I could be placed in a woman's facility, it's also not a guarantee that I won't be placed in a woman's facility.
It is a guarantee you won't be placed in a woman's facility.
Help does say that it's not a guarantee either directly.
They don't make federal law. There is federal law. There is federal law that precedes that supersedes that. Look it up. Trump's federal law. Trans women go to men's prisons.
Your claims, but
Well, you know it's true. You know it's true. I'll send you a link to it if that's what you're asking for, but you're not gonna be you're not gonna be satisfied. Let's see. Transgender women have to go to men's prison. Trump. Damn it! Damn it! Federal courts stop Donald J. Trump from putting Mr. Chris into the men's prison. We need to take this back to court. This is not a Supreme Court judge. This is not a Supreme Court judge. This is a federal judge. We will fight against this federal judge, and we will make sure we put these trans women into the men's prisons.
So you want trans women to be in a dangerous situation.
A trans woman went into a woman's prison and got like 30 of them pregnant. How is that not more dangerous?
All right, so Donald Trump signed an executive order directing the Federal Bureau of Prisons to ensure that individuals are housed according to the biological sex of birth, effectively mandating that transgender women be transferred or be kept in men's facilities. Following this directive, the BOP updated its internal policies to restrict housing placement and eliminate access to gender-affirming health care. However, there was federal court interventions to Doe versus Blunt injection. Federal courts have repeatedly stepped in to block the forced transfer of incarcerated transgender women to men's facilities.
Not all trans. No, not all trans. Just the criminals. Just the criminals.
Individualized safety assessment violates their constitutional right. There's an 8th Amendment and a PREA prohibits cruel and unusual punishment.
The transgender woman put herself into dangerous situations.
A transgender person to a cruel and unusual punishment.
It's not cruel or unusual. New Jersey transgender prisoner impregnated 2 female inmates.
If I was put in a male's prison,
read this.
Honestly, because I have a working vagina.
Read this. Rapist ass trans raped woman in prison. Disgusting. Get these trans criminals out of the woman's prison and put them in the men's prison. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Check the article I sent you. Is that not disgusting? You think that's okay? New Jersey transgender prisoner impregnated 2 inmates. You think that's okay?
I would think that that's not good that happened.
Okay, so you can't be allowed in there.
And the very fact that they haven't been able to put those policies yet tells me that the prisons are not doing their jobs correctly to begin with.
They don't have to make a special place for you. You're 0.04% of the population. The prisons will put you into the men's prison. You'll have Tyrone in your cell. You'll have Tyrone in your cell.
Population is a little over 1%. It's like 1.
And besides, wouldn't you want to be put in a men's prison anyway? That way you can have yourself a partner while you're in there.
I'm not planning to go to prison anytime
But if you did go to prison, wouldn't you like a hot steaming Tyrone instead of going into the women's prison?
I'd just rather not be in prison at all.
Answer the question. If you had to spend life in prison, would you rather date Tyrone in prison, or would you rather date Shakisha in the woman's prison?
I don't think I would date anybody in prison.
So you're just gonna stay single for your life sentence?
Yeah, why not?
Bro, cops literally give trans inmates to dangerous ones as a mean of pacifying them. It's well documented at this point. I don't know what he's talking about. Why Tyrone? How about a Billy? No, Billy doesn't go to prison. Billy doesn't go to prison. But Tyrone is in prison. And he wants those cheeks, Christina. He wants those cheeks. So you're gonna go to that prison, or you're gonna go Or you're gonna get with the lesbian. You're gonna be a lesbian in the lesbian's prison. That could be a good option too. I'm not gonna hate. That could be a good option. You could be the king lesbian in there. You could literally call yourself king lesbian. Would you call yourself king lesbian in the woman's prison, or what would your nickname be? What would your prison name be?
At this point, my nickname would probably be Tuna.
Oh my god. I'm not even gonna ask you why your nickname would be Tuna. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, that's not fucking right. What? No, that ain't fucking right. That's a you have a dark sick you have a dark, twisted, sick fucking sense of humor. You know that?
Um,
Did anyone ever tell you that before? Did you just say your nickname would be Tuna?
yeah, probably.
Why would your nickname be Tuna? I have to ask.
First thing that I thought of.
Oh my god, you wanna I don't know if you wanna hear this comment or not, but this shit is fucking hilarious. I ain't even gonna lie, this shit is fucking hilarious. Both of these comments are hilarious.
Receipt and found out that I spent $7 on a can of tuna.
Men do not have working vaginas. They have a wound that they have to use a tool to keep it from healing every day. And to the tuna comment, this guy responded. He said, "The tuna it reeks and it's heavily processed." That's what he said. That made me laugh a little bit. Dirty Money said he's never gonna eat fish again. Trans women are not allowed in women's restrooms, not in the state of Florida, Bangi. But you can join that Discord and debate me. Until a trans woman commit a heinous crime in the woman's bathroom. I have over 50 cases I can share with you if you'd like.
We've already had that discussion. You know that you deny those 50 cases over and over again. But
Deny them? I don't deny them. I say that they're facts. What do you mean deny them? And someone said trans people for Trump. That's interesting. I have met trans people for Trump. I have met trans people for Trump.
shared by what's her name?
Lily?
Yeah, Lily. She shared that article from that family place.
You should watch the Facebook one too. Because that one was literally a video of a transgender person.
uh, Predators in women's facilities. And this is strictly incidences of male sexual predators in women's facilities. And in asterisk marks, it says, including men who dress like women to gain access. I've actually gone through this entire list and I looked up at all 50 stories at a particular time. Before you even shared this article, I already knew about this whole thing. Most of these stories, the man is not dressing up as a woman at all.
Are you dressing up as a woman? Are you dressing up as a woman? Are you dressing up as a woman? Wait. Are you dressing up as a woman? Because you're in your own words, you said that you don't wear dresses. So are you dressing up as a woman? Are you dressing up as a woman? So most trans people don't even dress up as a woman, apparently. Or at least the ones that committed these crimes didn't. But you don't wear a dress either. You don't wear a dress either. Go ahead.
Most of these cases features a man not dressed like a woman to gain access to the bathroom. That's most of the 50 articles, most of the 50 cases that you sent to me. The ones that do dress like a female, they are not shown to be doing any active transitioning throughout their lives
So
whatsoever.
wait, you don't have to transition. You don't have to transition. You don't have to transition to be trans. No. Don't show your bigotry. Christina. Christina, stop being disingenuous. Stop being disingenuous for a second. You know damn well you do not have to transition to be a transgender. You know damn well you do not have to transition to be a transgender. It ain't my birthday, it's Trump's birthday. You won't let me chime in, that's why. All I'm trying to say is you know damn well there are no evidence that you have to transition to be a transgender. They are all transgenders. And every single one of them are transgender. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm done talking. Go ahead.
And all of these cases were done in a location at a time of that there was no protection for transgender people to begin with. Meaning all of these 50 cases were cases in which men went in there to commit a crime, not to try to be transgendered in a bathroom whatsoever.
They are transgenders. Each and every single one of them are transgenders.
No, I don't think any of the 50 cases at all features a transgender person whatsoever. I read through each and every single one of them at one time, and I believe I concluded already that none of them features a transgender person at all. Most of the cases are men not even dressing up like women. They're just
They don't have to dress up. They don't have to dress up and they don't have to transition.
Target this article.
They don't have to dress up. It is. It's facts. I'm so fucking tired of this.
Correctly. This is not what the data shows. It doesn't support what you're trying to make the claim.
The claim is that every single time I point out that a transgender person is committing crimes, you try to tell me that they're not even transgender. That is fucking bullshit. That's not a way to prove your point. They are transgender.
When I look up a story and I see that the person has literally done nothing,
they don't have to do anything. They don't have to cut your penis off. I'm trans and I've never transitioned, and you cannot deny that.
Caught committing a crime. I mean, that's hardly a transgender scenario whatsoever.
It is.
It's not what
it is. So if they committed crime, they're fake transgender. If they don't commit a crime, then they're real transgender. So is that what you're telling me? How to tell the difference between a fake transgender and a real transgender? According to you, the real transgenders don't commit crimes and the fake transgenders, huh?
No sex offender whatsoever needs to put on a dress to walk into a woman's restroom to begin with.
Huh?
And you cannot transgender people to pay that price because
pay what price? They're the ones that are creating all the issues.
What issues have we created? We're the ones at 70% danger for being forced to be in men's restrooms. 70% increase.
A 70% increase? What are you talking about? You aren't in danger either. You're doing all the dangering.
Sex offenders are what's dangerous to women.
You're doing all the dangering. Yes, every single one of these transgender people that bothered women, they're all sex offenders. You're correct.
Danger.
Not you specifically, no.
Force me to
because the rule has to be around everyone. We can't make exceptions because one person is nice.
What's worse, Graham?
It doesn't matter which one's worse because just because both are bad, neither of them should be done. You don't ask someone which is worse. Both things are probably bad, and both things probably shouldn't be done.
What's his name?
Huh?
There's that article that shared where a sex offender was on school property claiming that they were trans to gain entry of women's bathroom. What's worse to you? Is it worse that the guy was using a transgender cover-up to gain access?
That's the thing. Even if he wasn't trans, Even if he wasn't trans, the fact that he can use that as an excuse is dangerous. That is a dangerous excuse to have.
Or is it more terrible that a sex offender, a tier 3 sex offender, was able to get on school property to begin with? What should be the most upsetting part to you?
Both are upsetting. Both could have been prevented.
The most concerning part of that story was that a tier 3 sex offender was
That was
able to get on
trans. That was trans. That was trans.
school, done their
Had
responsibility.
the school not said that trans people, had the school not said that trans men can, had the school not said a trans woman can enter into a real woman's bathroom, they would have never had this problem. As soon as they seen that dude walking in, they would have kicked him in the balls. But no, because they thought that he was a trans woman, it was an excuse. Even if they aren't trans, there are people out there lying and saying they are trans. And they are trans.
Transgender people.
No, you didn't make an excuse.
So we should start banning guns because people can't use their guns correctly. We should.
That's part of the Second Amendment. That's part of the Constitution. Transgenderism is not a part of the Constitution.
Use the system.
Transgenderism is not a part of the Constitution.
Not the innocent party.
Transgenderism is not a part of the Constitution. Transgenderism is not a part of the Constitution. We're going to restart the stream, y'all, but we're going to keep continuing this conversation. So get the likes up there, like, subscribe, share, but we're going to restart. We're going to restart. Hold on. All right, guys. Part two. Join back in the new stream.